contact with the Powhatan obviously is something that John Smith talked about it in a lot of ways. We've been dealing with the Werowocomoco site, which is in Gloucester County, and it is interesting in many ways, but mostly because we have evidence of the early trade. Primarily, we find on that particular site, the trade goods are copper. And it's interesting, early on, John Smith was trading copper for corn because the Jamestown settlement folks were starving, so they wanted the corn. And then what happened was, early on, you get 50 bushels of corn for a kettle. And then Powhatan figured it out and demanded more and more and more copper. And eventually, the market was flooded. The value of the copper deteriorated greatly. Originally, and you can understand how this happened before contact with Europeans, the copper came from the Great Lakes. And it didn't come in large quantities, it came in small quantities, and it was reserved for the chiefs. The chiefs would make pendants out of the copper, and this would denote their status. Copper pendant, big deal. And then, of course, when the kettles came in and the Indians started chopping those up, there was so much copper that it was, became something, a known commodity that, everyday folks could get a hold of. So it deteriorated that as a status symbol, certainly. Other things that were traded, the glass beads came into play and were very important. Powhatan preferred the white beads because they mirrored the shell beads that they were used to. But in other areas, they traded beads that were of many different colors and many different layers. And this went from trade for corn into trade for deer skins and other commodities as well a little bit later.